Previous tutorial, I made a vignette, so you can check out the vignette tutorial, but I have since added text on top of it. So I took my text tool and then I changed some of the colors and the font sizes and the font face. That's all I've done. But I want you to know that there are text effects. So this Evelyn, I chose a color from the grass, but it still might be a little bit tricky to see on the water that it's on. So I am on my Evelyn layer. I just want to make sure I'm on that layer. At the bottom of this panel for the layers, there's an effects button. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then just pick one. I'm going to pick stroke. Once I pick the stroke, it still shows all of these other styles because you can add more than one style. I wouldn't suggest adding them all. Simple is usually better, but sometimes you just need to make your word stand out. And so you can see that it has this color and it put a line, an outline around all these letters. That's your stroke. And then the stroke you can make maybe thicker if you need to. It could be on the inside or the outside. I like the outside of that. And you can change all of the settings just to see what they do. It kind of gives you an idea of what it does in the picture over here. So let me take off the stroke. I don't want the stroke. And I'm going to add a drop shadow just to see what that does. And so now I have this drop shadow, and this area didn't change because I was working on a stroke, but to see this drop shadow type of content here, I'm on the drop shadow and there's a little plus. And that will allow me to change some. So if I don't want a blue color, a black color, and I want a blue color, I can pick more of a blue shade to be my drop shadow, and I can increase the percentage of it if I want it to be darker. If it's at the wrong angle, I can change the angle that the letters have that little shadow from. I can change the distance of the shadow because it's water. Maybe I want some kind of reflection. So you can experiment with all of these different effects simply by clicking on one and then changing the content. And if you don't see the right content or the context of it, you can click on the plus, and that's what you would want to change. So this is, you can always add some effects to your text, and I wanted to show you where they are. Again, just to review, they are, if I click on the layer, click on effects, I'm going to click on the drop shadow. I don't like this angle. I like that better. And then when you're done, you hit OK, and it applies that effect.